Hey, good morning from day 12. Very windy day 12, but pleasant. But yeah, so camped right north of the North Carolina Georgia border. I'm in North Carolina now, so back to where I live, my the state of my residence. Uh, but yeah, sorry, I'm feeling a little bit sick. Hopefully, it doesn't get worse. But yeah, today camped right north of that border, which was near Bly Gap, and there are a bunch of campgrounds all around there. One campground that was a bit lower that I chose because I thought I don't want wind at night, but during the day it was so hot that I think a lot of people would decide to go up to the windy ridge, and I don't blame them. But I just hiked up there immediately after, and I thought, oh, this is too windy. So I'm glad I picked where I picked. Um, yeah, that campground had no bear cables, no bear boxes, so that was a time to try my bag, which is an Adotech bear resistant bag. I don't think we had any bear visitation during the night. I didn't see evidence of that. So I think it's still to be determined if I'm setting it up correctly. But I reviewed the video, how to tie everything down really hard. Pretty confident. Like, I had a difficult time opening the knots and whatnot, but I got it. Anyway, I think that's still to be put to the test. Maybe this next shelter up ahead. Yeah, let me switch this back, get it out of my face here. Which you'll probably appreciate that. But yeah, a little greeting, and that's enough. Okay, but now what you've probably come for here. But yeah, a little bit of monologue. Sorry about that. Yeah, there was a family going southbound. I think they had initially wanted to camp down where I was, but they decided to go up the gap, up the hill. That's a bad thing about gaps. So you decide to camp near a gap, or oftentimes there's a parking lot and there's a pickup drop-off point for shuttles and whatnot at gaps. But gaps, by sort of definition, are always in the valleys. So you go downhill to get to it, and you go uphill again to get out of it. So that was that latter point, getting out of it, going uphill, was just what I did right now. And yeah, there was a family that was going southbound, passed me up, but yeah, it looked like, man, well, I was surprised because like they're all, I mean, it looks like they're, overnight or 2 night backpacking, but one of the guys was like very, very large, and that's a lot of extra weight. Like, that's super difficult. People obsess over pack weight, well, maybe neglecting the elephant in the room. That, I mean, I'm overweight too, right? I'm carrying all this extra weight. People obsess over shaving off 1 pound of that pack or whatnot, and don't realize, like, oh yeah, that would be good for my body too. Incidentally, but yeah, I guess they were having to take a lot of breaks or whatnot, but that must be super difficult. I don't envy that. So, but the more you do that, the more weight you lose, right? So it's day 12 now, and even during that course of time, I could tell I lost some weight. My pants are now, I think when I started, I could barely fit into them because I was pigging out a little bit before the hike and eating some cheeses and all this stuff before actually exerting all the calories. And I was a little worried that I couldn't fit into the pants that I had chosen. I had carefully selected these out. They're Patagonia. They're made for hiking. They have a belt loop built in. So I think it's really built with like a through hike in mind, because that belt loop is going to get tighter through the course of the hike. And already I could tell the pants without the belt fastened are fitting a little loose. But yeah, I remember even 7 years ago, I had some Patagonia pants, which I got really torn up at the knees. I had a lot of falls and problems. Luckily, none so far this time. I am expecting to have falls, by the way, but that hasn't happened yet. Probably rainy days, slippery rocks. But yeah, I had pants 7 years ago that were great, but they had no belt built in. So, part way through, I was just losing so much weight. My pants I was having trouble keeping them up during the hike. Like, they just start falling down. So I think I found really cheap belt loop at Walmart. Just sort of strung that through. It worked fine. But anyway, so kind of learned from that experience and learned that, okay, I think these these pants are a little bit better. It's already got that going. So yeah, yeah, everything working out pretty good. Anyway, yeah, I'm really happy. I spent one night last night. Oh no, last night was the campsite, but the night before that was Stanimals, and I uploaded all my YouTube videos. Like, they had a faster upload speed than even Above the Clouds hostel. So those are just amazing. I mean, I got everything done in less than 10 minutes. 3 or 4. I got one video re-uploaded and then 3 new videos uploaded. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. So I have a nice buffer. I don't have to worry so much. And I looked at it like, probably less there than 30 miles now to go to Franklin, North Carolina. That'll be next time I get off the trail. It's a trail town. So I'm gonna appreciate that. Hey, morning, how are you doing? Good, good. But yeah, I think that should be a nice carrot on a stick, a nice thing to look forward to. But yeah, I gotta make it there first. So, but yeah, onward. I think today should be pretty easy. I'm not pushing too many miles today. Tomorrow will be harder. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I think it's doable in the next few days. I'm gonna get into town, get some more beer, get some more food. We're looking forward to that. So yeah. So onward. Well, at the end of that last clip, you could see that someone passed me up. Someone's going pretty good clip there. But that's I get passed up, and I pass people all day. Actually, I'm passing more people than I thought I would, but I am getting passed for sure. There's kind of a psychological thing that kicks in when you see people up ahead or see people coming behind you. You try to keep pace with them. I think it's just human nature. I don't really like that because pushes you to go faster than you're comfortable with. And I'm out here for more of a what John Muir would call like a saunter, which is just sort of like meandering around, and you're not really like pushing hard miles or anything. At least these days, like, I mean, these are early days. I'm definitely out for a saunter. I don't need to worry about making any deadlines or getting to someplace by some time, or that's another problem with people who hike together, that they're all kind of like different paces. Some of them have to hold back, some want to go faster, some want to go slower. But everyone's got their own measuring sticks, and that's fine. But it's hard when you throw other people into the equation. Even if you're not hiking with them, you see them up ahead, and it's a subconscious thing to sort of get you going faster. Or I should be doing X miles a day, No, especially in the beginning here. No. So I'm trying to resist that. I mean, that's not the way I'm hiking. It's kind of like traveling too. People are going for different reasons, right? People are going to see the sights to show off to their friends. People are going to learn more about the history of the place. Or people are going also for more of a pilgrimage, more of an inner journey, right? I got that from Rick Steves. So sort of 3 different types of travel. And it's true of hiking too, right? I fall into the last category there, the more of the pilgrimage, more of the inner journey. And I'm not sure if anyone's watching these videos, but I actually don't mind. I mean, if you get something out of it, that's fine. But realize I'm doing this more for myself, my future self. So when I'm not able to hike, I can watch these and remember what it's like. Remember what I was thinking, feeling. Like, I'm always looking behind me there just to make sure I'm not blocking anyone. Get paranoid. But yeah, what I'm thinking now is, there's a physical challenge. I can do it. Well, that was a butt kicker of a climb in the morning there. Now we're on the ridge here, but still have some ascent to do today. But yeah, what's on my mind is that there's a physical challenge, but I don't really feel, not yet anyway, I don't feel a mental challenge, and I don't feel like a spiritual trial or spiritual challenge. That very might be coming up ahead. But I was wrestling with that when I was working, more of a mental, spiritual challenge. sort of a feeling that I was just like churning my wheels and not going anywhere. Because you don't really get sort of the feedback that you're making progress in life, especially as like a single guy. You don't really see kids growing up, getting smarter, talking more, you know. You just see everyone getting older around you. And you just, you know, days and weeks and months, and then eventually just years go by. Now, are you making progress? Do you need to make progress? You know, if you want to, like, you want to be challenged, right? You want to make progress. That's the awesome thing about this sort of trail, this long trail. Every day you're making progress, and you know it because you're at mile marker X, and yesterday you were at X minus something or other. Right? Even if you make a few miles progress, you know you're making progress, and those numbers get higher and higher. I think we're in the 80s now or something. I'm not sure. Like, pretty soon it'll be 100 miles in, and that's crazy. Like, you can't deny that there's progress happening there. It's a good feeling, and that's something that's missing oftentimes from just ordinary everyday life. And you're just grinding, making money, but you know, money after a while you kind of becomes a little empty, and that's a kind of a dumb measuring stick. But miles feel like a nicer measuring stick. Anyway, I'm gonna keep going on. See some folks up ahead here, just barely. But I don't want to try to. I think I'm going a little faster than them, but I'm trying to hold back a little bit because I'm also downhill. I don't want to mess up my knees. But anyway, that's it for now. Somewhere out here, I just heard what was, I'm pretty sure it was a ruffed grouse banging on a piece of wood or something. It makes a really deep sound that you could feel viscerally. Feels like it's coming from within you. Almost like, is this a heart attack? And I remember hearing them 7 years ago and freaking out. It almost sounds like old engine trying to get started. That's the best description I could describe it. I don't know if I could capture it on here, but it wouldn't actually capture it. It's a deep bass, deep rumbling sound, and it's first time you hear it, swear that it's it's something inside you. It's crazy. But yeah, I think they're out. And I think I saw one on day 2 or so at the water source. I forgot to mention. But when they when they get spooked and take off, they make a like a helicopter sound. Really, they could freak you out sometimes. They're also not too smart. I've had them just sort of wander around at my feet on the trail, kind of obliviously. So I don't know what's up with their sense of survival, but they're interesting. They're memorable. Have a unique sound. They make again not by coming out of their throats or anything, but I think they bang their wings on a piece of log to attract a mate. Obviously, of course, right? You could look up a video online. Even that audio wouldn't capture it, but you can get a sense. Very interesting. All right, onward. Well, I left Standing Indian Shelter around 3:20 or so. A bunch of folks decided to or camp there instead of going up the mountain further. I know there's a steep incline with some switchbacks up here, but it's just a mile and a half more. And I'm feeling pretty good after a little siesta. Definitely energy getting sapped by the heat though. But I don't know, I'm feeling it today. And it's gonna take miles off of what I got to do tomorrow to get to the Betty campground, which has the bear box. So I feel like my future self is gonna appreciate this. So, but yeah, I feel like okay. And anyway, like I feel pretty good. Water is a little iffy up here apparently, so just in case I'm hauling a little more than usual, 2 liters, one smart bottle on each side basically to balance it out. Um, just in case like the water situation is desperate. It looks like there's some, but it's slow. But we'll see. I did get the number of Kevin, who has the dog, who was also taking a siesta, and also Step Light. They showed up there. I think they're gonna camp there, but they want a sort of water status report to plan out there tomorrow. So I'm gonna text them. I got their numbers. I'll text them and let them know. But yeah, onward. Even if I go super slow, even if I go snail's pace up here, I can make it before sunset. I'm feeling pretty good, especially after a little rest. Get a little bit of a second wind. Yeah, no rush up here though. Definitely easier than the first part of the day, which was getting out of Bly Gap, going straight up the mountain. That was hard. I think everyone agreed to that. Everyone agreed that it was hard. Yeah, this seems a little more tame. The grade doesn't seem as steep here. It seems a little more gradual and with switchbacks, which is kind of unusual for the AT, I would think. But anyway, I'm appreciating it. So, yeah, onward.